Are you struggling and finding creative ways to get your protein in? I do know we can do the classic route of eating your meat. Yes, meat is packed with protein, but sometimes you want to just, jazz it up, maybe get in some other sources. Today I'm going to share with you my surefire ways of hitting your protein, but doing it very easily, very yummy, and I think you'll love it. So if you're wondering ways to get your protein in, let's jump into this. Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Danielle. This is Daniela Diaries, and here we are inspiring to inspire you, me, everyone on being the very best version of yourself, whatever version that may be, just to help, focus on self-care, self-acceptance, self-love, body positivity, and just being an overall good person, leveling up and really focusing on healing from the inside out, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the things, just an overall leveling up journey. And if you feel that this is something that you want to really get into, you have found the perfect place. This is a very safe place. Everyone is welcome. And I hope you guys would stick around and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a nice comment down below to help with the algorithm and all the things. But if you guys have been here for a minute, you already know we're real friends around here, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry if you hear Benny's collar. Benny's my son. He's my dog. But anyways, so today I want to talk about proteins. I've seen the most common comment I have gotten recently is that people are struggling to hit their protein. So basically right now, the way I eat is more of a balanced living. I do not eliminate any food groups. I do not villainize any food groups. I eat everything. I just eat everything in portions, and I pay attention to my macronutrients. I have a whole video on macros if you guys wanted to maybe deep dive into that more. I am not a professional. Really a novice, but I'm really just trying to get my feet wet and really focus on nourishing my body with proper nutrition and just healing my metabolism. And I have been doing that very well. I'm focusing on weightlifting, fat loss, muscle gain, self-acceptance, just loving me for me, the skin I'm in, and just making sure I'm making the best moves for my health, mentally, physically, all those things. So a lot of people struggle with protein, and I do realize protein can be kind of tricky to hit. I feel like hitting your carbs is no issue. I can have like a banana and be like 30 carbs, Protein I feel like can be a little tricky, especially when you gotta, hit a certain number, I hit around 100 and I think what am I at, around 180 grams of protein a day. And sometimes it could be like a little redundant eating like chicken breast, pork, some you have to be careful with certain cuts of meat because you don't want your fats too high either, but that's just all relative to whatever macros you're following. So I wanted to share with you my sneaky ways that I get my proteins in. They're super good too, very, very easy, and it doesn't require a culinary genius to do so. So if you guys were looking for some quick staple pieces to have in either your fridge or your cupboard, I got you. So the first thing I want to share with you are Quest chips. These are like my new favorite flavor. These are the spicy sweet chilies flavor. They're delicious. So some people might have an issue with these. Are they the cleanest? No, but I enjoy them. They're easy, and some days I don't want to be, attached to the oven. I do meal prep, so I cook most of my food on Sundays, and I kind of spread it out throughout the week. But these are just ways these are the little things I sprinkle in my meals throughout the week. Quest chips, delicious. Macros are as follows. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around so you guys can see here. But I'm just going to read them off. You get 140 calories for the whole bag, 4.5 fat, 5 total carbohydrates. I count total carbs because I'm counting my macros. If you were, following more of a low carb and you're counting net carbs, these do have 1 gram of fiber, leaving you with 4 net carbs per bag. 19 grams of protein, and they're delicious. I think number 1 flavor for me is the spicy sweet chili. Number 2 would be the chili lime. Number 3 would be like the taco supreme. But I get the little bags of them. I get them from Target. I think they're $7.99 for, I don't know, I think there's like 5 or 6 in each bag. They are a little bit more expensive, but anything like this is going to be, it's just the way it is. But they're very good, and like if you wanted to have like a sandwich, you could toss those in there. If you wanted to do just, a snack and you're watching a movie and you could, you still have some protein to hit, perfect, super good, and you can throw them in your bag. If you are traveling or going out with the kids and you want to make sure you're staying on plan, keep these close. They're delicious. Again, keep you going. All right, so Quest protein chips, scrumptious. Another thing that is super good for on the go, if you just throw in your bag and have it while you're out and about, are protein shakes. Now, I will say this protein shake right here, this is the Fairlife chocolate protein shake, okay? It is delicious. This is probably the best protein shake I've ever had, like pre-made protein shake. I've tried quite a few of them. I think second up to this is the Ghost protein shake, and with the Chips Ahoy one, that one was really good. But this one beats all the other brands. Beats Premier Protein, beats Alani Nu, all those other ones. This one's really, really good. The only drawback for me with this is the ingredients. It does have that carrageenan in it, and it's not a good ingredient. I wish that was not in there, but I didn't realize that until I bought the case. But anyways, what I wanted to tell you guys is the macros. The macros are spectacular. You're gonna get, for one bottle of this, okay, 150 calories, 2.5 fat, 4 carbs, 1 fiber, 30 grams of protein. You can literally do one of these and a bag of chips and you're at almost 50 grams of protein right there. I mean, that is a big chunk, and they're really, really good. I like them really, really cold, and I think they're really great. So I definitely recommend. If you were looking for more of a powdered protein mix, I have been diving into this one. This is the PE Science Cake Pop flavor. This one's actually really good. I'm just came to the conclusion I don't like to have these to drink, like with almond milk or whatever, but I like these to bake. I recently had seen Nicole Burgess do the protein ice cream, and she actually used this, so I used it, and it was really, really good. To eat, they're very, very good. Shakes, not so much. I just don't like it. I feel like they still have that chalky taste, but cooking with it is really, really good. So I ended up buying this little bag. My problem with a lot of these powdered proteins is they come in big jugs and you have to really dedicate yourself in trying them out. And if you don't like them, then you're stuck with them. So this little like sampler thing was $12 on Amazon, and that's what I did. And it was good. So me and Leo both like it. Leo will drink it just like this, but he uses water. But whatever. The macros are pretty legit too. 120 calories, 1 fat, 2 carbs, 0 fiber, 24 grams of protein. So if you want to make yourself some of that protein ice cream, this would be what I would use, and it's pretty good, and it'll hit that sweet tooth as well. So my point is you can go ahead and get your macros hit and still do it by enjoying all the deliciousness that are, you know, things like food, you know, ice cream, chocolate shakes, potato chips. There's ways out there where there's a will, there's a way, and I wanted to kind of take out the guesswork and the trial and error for you guys and just share what I found that actually works. Again, I'm not a fan to drink this, but to have the ice cream with it was really, really good. And I'm thinking about doing a protein mug cake with this as well, just for like a sweet treat to hit my protein macros on some nights as well. But this is a surefire way to get it in. It's good. Another great way to get your protein in is cottage cheese. This is my favorite one. This is, you guys can't see it, but this is the Good Culture cottage cheese. I get the case of it from Costco for $10. It is delicious. You could eat it just like this with a spoon. I cook with it. I've added to my pasta to make my pasta cheesy. I add it to my eggs to make my eggs cheesy. It's delicious. You could even cut open a tomato, salt and pepper the tomato, and put this on top. That's how we used to eat it when I was a kid. It's really, really good by itself. You don't need to add anything to it. And the macros are spectacular. So for this little tiny container, okay, you are gonna get 120 calories, 3 fat, 3 carbs, 19 grams of protein. 19 grams of protein in this little tiny cup. I mean, you cannot beat it. So very good, and it's super clean. It doesn't have any fillers or anything like that. It has no carrageenan, which is in that protein shake, no chemical preservatives, no added hormones, no artificial anything. Ingredients are literally skim milk, whole milk, cream, sea salt, live and active cultures. That's it, period. It's so good. So definitely a great way to help get that in. So if you're thinking of it and you wanted to have a sandwich and you had a, like say you had a turkey sandwich, or if you didn't even want to do the bread and you just want to do rolled up turkey breast, you know, a couple pieces of those, that'll probably be around like 10-15 grams of protein. And if you add in your cottage cheese, that's almost 20 right there. So you're looking at what, 35, and then you add the chips, 45, 55 grams of protein, boom, and that could just be a snack. So easy ways, and they're super delicious as well, and super convenient because you don't really have to do a lot of brain work with them. Another thing is eggs. I always have these are just some hard-boiled eggs. I'll just eat the whites and on some of them and just eat and then save the yolk, just depending on how my fat macros are. But they're really easy. Another thing to have when you're on the go, I feel like being on the go, especially now that the weather's breaking, our kids' sports sessions are starting, you know, life is going back to normal, you may be back in the office, and you're needing ways that you may not be attached to your stove anymore, you know, and you need things that can go with you and are good for transport, good for on the go. Hard-boiled eggs. You can pick these up at the gas station, you know. So for one egg is 60 calories, 4 fat, 0 carbs, and 6 protein. And if you took out the yolk, if your fat was like too high, you would get even less fat, and it would be like 0 fat, so, and just pure protein. But this, a quick way, a little salt, pepper, a little hot sauce, chef's kiss. You can even do like a little bit of hard-boiled eggs if you wanted, or like deviled eggs, is that what you call them? So good. All right, here is another goodie. This is the Faye 0%. You got to make sure you get the 0 one, okay? Yogurt. This is my treat to myself every night. I have one serving of this, which is 170 grams, which is a nice portion every night. And the macros are so good. I use this more as my last meal, so I have it around 7 o'clock at night, and I think of it more as like a casein protein, where it's a long-acting protein to keep your metabolism going while you're sleeping, to keep yourself in still like burning mode, right? So I will have a serving of this, and depending on how my macros are, I might just only have this. I might add some frozen fruit, just depending on where I'm at. But I always sweeten it. I always sweeten this with like one of these syrups. This is the one I got from Marshall's. This was $3.99, and this is the skinny syrup and cherry, whatever flavor you can get. If you can get it at Marshall's, Amazon, whatever you want, but this is what we had, and the cherry one's really good. And just because this is going to be bitter, it's Greek yogurt, it's bitter. You can use this in replace of sour cream as well. This is one of those things that can go a long way, but I love to have it as a dessert form. Let me tell you the macros. For 3/4 of a cup, which is 170 grams, you're gonna wanna get a scale, okay? You're looking at 90 calories, 0 fat, 5 carbs, 18 grams of protein, right here. And it's really, really good, and it's a sweet treat. So you could do this, or you can do protein ice cream, or if you wanted to do like a protein parfait, like a yogurt parfait for breakfast, or like a post-workout, you can do that. Add your berries, add your granola. You can really spice it up. But an option nonetheless, and I thought this would be really great. I do find that these are the cheapest at Target. Looking at my Target, at least, they're about $4.39, which is $2 cheaper than what my grocery store has. A little bit on the expensive side, but some Costco's do have them. My Costco has a 2%. Again, you're gonna wanna make sure you get the 0%. So those are my staples. Those are the things that I like to just add in to help me hit that protein macro, to kind of spice up my meals, spice up my day. I just do not like eating the same thing every day. Some things I can. Like I could have the same breakfast every day, but I don't want to do the same breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. It's just I'm not built like that. I'll get bored, I'll get over it, and I just get sick of things, okay? So I have to make sure that I can add little things here. Even if I have chicken breast, maybe I'll add a little sauce to it, and then I'll have some chips with it, or I'll chop it up and then I'll mix it with some cottage cheese, just something to make it a little bit different, okay? Another bonus, okay, I want to give you 2 more bonus things that even if you didn't want to add these things in and you were just looking at things just to add into your recipes, one of my favorites is this Banza pasta. This is the chickpea pasta. This per serving is going to give you an additional 11 grams of protein. So say if you wanted to have like a meat sauce, you're going to get some protein from a little bit of the sauce and a little bit from the meat in your spaghetti sauce, right? And then you're going to add an additional amount of protein in with your pasta. So, and it's a cleaner version. It probably won't give you a lot of that bloat and stuff like that. I really do enjoy it. The only thing I will say is if you've never tried this before and you go to cook it, you will notice there's a little bit of a foam on top. Just give it once you strain it, give it a quick rinse, and it's fine. It tastes really, really good. I'm actually gonna do a pasta salad, like a cold pasta salad with it, and a video coming up. So especially with summer coming, I thought it'll be a nice little spin on the traditional pasta salad to make it like a protein pasta salad. But really, really good. If you're looking to get this, I would definitely check your wholesaler. I get mine from Costco. This big box that has the 5 bags in it was only $6. I was just at the grocery store, and the one that only has 2 bags in it was $7. So this is a really good deal at the wholesaler. And my last little tip for you guys is egg whites. Egg whites. I know this sounds crazy, but a little bit of egg whites for 3 tablespoons has 5 grams of protein, 0 fat, 0 carbs. This is pure protein. So if you wanted to add just a couple tablespoons to your oatmeal, I know it sounds gross, but you don't even taste it, and it's just added protein. You could also do it with the protein powder. Or if you're gonna make yourself an omelet, like when I do my eggs in the morning, I do egg whites, and then I'll do 1 whole egg for the added fat. You're gonna wanna still make sure you're getting your fat macros in, because fat's really good for your hormonal balance. But if you're just looking at surefire ways to get that protein in, you just mix a little bit of egg whites in with the simplest things, you know, and it'll really just help creep up those macros. Maybe you're only short 15-20 macros, and you're like, you know what, I don't feel like for chips, or you don't have anything, and the only thing you have on hand is egg whites. You can mix this in with some rice, and do like a Asian inspired like stir fry, and mix this in with it and get some added protein that way. So where there's a will, there's a way. You got to be a little creative. I hope that this kind of gave you guys some ideas on things that maybe you could pick up and try to add into your daily meals or your rotation. I'd like to do these. I like to watch these videos, and then I make grocery lists, and I'll pick up. I don't try to pick up all of the items at once, because it can get rather expensive. But I'll try to pick up like 1 item or maybe 2 a grocery trip, and then add them in for like that week and see how it works out. See how my body responds, make sure I'm not bloated, make sure it's not hurting my stomach, make sure I like them, because nothing's worse than, you know, spending a lot of money on something and it tasting like crap. That's the absolute worst. And it's happened to me far too often to count. So hopefully I alleviated some of that burden by just telling you guys the honest truth, because all of these things were purchased with my very own money. Nobody's sponsoring me or promoting me or none of that stuff. So let me know if this helped. And also, guys, what are your favorite ways to get your protein in? What do you guys snack on? I do know there's a lot of bars out there. I don't really eat those. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do know a lot of people like, you know, I can't even think of some of the names, but I don't eat a lot of bars because they're expensive, and I don't feel like they fill me up, and I'd rather have something that's gonna fill me up and not eat up a lot of my calories either. So, because with counting your macros, you still have to pay attention to your calories, you know? So let me know down below, what are your favorite ways? Share them so we can all learn, all right? I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, friends.